Y'all, we got part 7 of the racing lawnmower. Y'all, I made it back out to the property to work on the racing lawnmower, and I think it's part 7 now. Last time, if you guys watched, it was running on methanol, and it was idling funny, like it would have a really high rev rate at idle, like it would surge pretty bad, but it did have throttle response, so we went a step in the right direction. This time, you guys had some responses to that. It was, I think, idle screw, crack in the manifold, or check for a crack in the manifold, and try an alternative fuel. So try something other than methanol, see if, like racing fuel, like 110, or just try regular gas and tune the carb now that it's clean. So we're gonna try those 3 things, try them out, see if we can't get this thing up and running. So the first thing was you were concerned about the throttle response with a return spring and the idle screw. So that idle screw, I actually haven't touched it since, but it responds pretty nicely. I don't think that's an issue. Hit the gas. It returns pretty quick. I did put a new spring on there. It rubs against the manifold a little bit, but not a huge deal. The second thing y'all were concerned about was the manifold, which I did buy a new manifold. I put this on, I think 2 videos ago when I put the new carb on. I'm not concerned about a vacuum leak around the edges. The manifold seems to be good. I assume that manifold's good actually because it's a new manifold. The throttle response is good. The idle screw is good. So one thing to check is the methanol. So I'm gonna drain the methanol out and put some high octane fuel in this thing and see if we can't tune that bottom screw the same way we did with the methanol and see if we get a different result than the methanol. And if we do, then it probably runs on racing fuel. So we'll have to buy some racing fuel or 110 octane and try that in this thing next. It's got some fuel, hopefully no leaks in that manifold. The idle screw is set and I'm gonna try to tune it while it's running. Just a little bit. That was not the outcome I expected. I thought it ran much smoother after 93 octane than the methanol, but it still was just really high RPM. High enough for me not to put it in gear without a helmet or something else on. And I think if I did and I fell off, it would just keep on going until probably a tree stopped it. I think this thing runs better on gas, so next video I think I'm gonna try 110 racing fuel, and I guess I'll get a little spray and see if there's actually a leak in that manifold.